This is our submission for the AAAI'26 demonstration, Chatsparent. Here's the problem. Chatbots feel effortless, but that ease hides failure. In today's UIs, the only guardrail is a tiny disclaimer, while longer generations and prompts that require in-depth knowledge can drift off prompt, repeat, or hallucinate. The result is a blind trust and unstable answers on both multi-step and knowledge-heavy tasks. We define cognitive fatigue as a gradual loss of coherence during autoregressive decoding. We sense it live, token by token, with three signals: attention to prompt for focus, embedding drift for representation wandering, and entropy for over or under confidence. We fuse them into one fatigue index with a healthy band. When it's outside the band, risk of hallucination and overconfidence rises. Our demo turns that chat into a diagnostic. The user sees live text, a fatigue index gauge, plots of attention, drift, and entropy, plus a risk panel and evidence badges. When fatigue appears, lightweight retrain free interventions are available: prompt reinsertion, periodic resets, entropy regularized recoding, and pause self checks. Okay, this is the interface. On the left, we have the controls panel. This is divided into three sections. First, for the decoding modes, precision, and selecting a model of choice. In our case, we're using the Falcon 7B instruct model. Second, we have the method and seed section. Select the intervention of choice. We will first go for a baseline run and then an SCA run to compare. Third, we have knobs for each hyperparameter for the interventions. Let's look at the central panel now. On the top, select from a free prompt or an item from the Hotpot QA dev set. Paste a prompt and head on to the run and reset buttons. Below, we have the generated answer, an explanation for the run, and the plots for all three signals. We also have a gauge visualizing the fatigue index, and to the right of that, a section for risk of degradation. Finally, export the run results and extract the exact configuration. Let's start with a plain baseline run on this fairy tale prompt. Watch the gauge. The fatigue index averages 0.36, which sits in the amber band close to red. On the left plot, attention to the prompt decreases as the generation goes on. It decays smoothly from 0.05 down to 0.01 over 100 tokens, showing the model is forgetting the original instructions. In the middle, entropy is erratic and often dips below the healthy band. The side panel flags low entropy in the last 30 tokens at about 54% and a 3-gram repeat ratio of 0.11. Overconfidence / repetition signals. On the right, embedding drift stays high with frequent spikes, meaning the internal state is wandering. The bottom line, with no interventions, the model grows less focused and more brittle. The hallucination risk is medium. Now let's enable SCA, a single prompt reinsertion with a short tail. Notice two things immediately. The gauge drops to 0.31 into the green zone, and on the attention plot, there's a sharp bump around the token 82 from 0.01 back to upwards of 0.025, followed by a slower decay. That's the refocus after reinsertion. Entropy stabilizes. We see fewer dips below the band, and the side panel shows low entropy in the 30 tokens. 28% and repeat ratio of 0.04 both improved. Drift still fluctuates, but the spikes are smaller and shorter after the reset. The net effect, SCA reduces fatigue and overconfidence, giving a cleaner, more stable continuation with lower hallucination risk than the baseline run. From baseline to SCA, we turn a drifting narrative into a steadier one. Attention is restored, entropy stays healthier, and the overall fatigue index improves.